Hey guys, welcome to another INFJ ramble. This video is going to touch on magnetism. What do I mean by that? Okay, you know how like magnets attract each other? Or, well, let's just keep with that analogy. Magnets attract each other. I was going to say they can also repel each other, but the whole basis of this video is I feel like, so when you go through life and you're experiencing it, you attract that which you focus on. It's kind of like the law of attraction. I don't know if you've heard of that. It kind of is in that vein. I mean, there's different angles and components to it, but I don't want to complicate this recording, so let's just say like whatever you focus on is what you will attract. So, and I'm sure you've seen videos before, but the universe cannot differentiate between what we perceive to be good, bad, right, or wrong, right? It just gives you what you're focusing on. You're the magnet and you're attracting to yourself aspects of creation that you are literally focusing on. So it's really important to know thyself. It's really important to understand yourself. It's really important to understand your mind. And I feel like your mind is that magnet, and whatever you focus on in your mind is what you will attract. Sometimes instantaneously, sometimes it takes a while, but you will eventually attract that. So if you like take a look around yourself right now, and you just kind of take a look at the people that you are investing in, the jobs you're investing in, the living circumstances, everything that you've invested in up until now, irregardless if it's good or bad, irregardless if you have a negative bank account or a positive one, it's probably because you've been focusing on that. I noticed that's why it's like so important for me to be very mindful of my thoughts and what I allow myself to consume, because whatever you consume, you're gonna have to digest and process and then eventually eliminate. But you're still gonna have to process it if you choose to consume it. And that's why it's really important to realize that, and to realize like where you're investing your time, where you're investing your attention, where you're investing your energy. A lot of times we're investing it in stuff we don't even want. We're investing it in lack mentality. We're investing it in one-sided relationships. We're investing it in parasitic relationships. We're staying in a job we freaking hate. We're staying in a living circumstance that we freaking hate. We're just bombarded by so many things that we don't want, but it's probably because you're focusing on it. Seriously, So retract your attention, retract your currency, your investment from things that you don't like, from things that don't make you happy inside. You know what I mean? Seriously, you're a magnet and you're attracting the people, things, places, experiences into your life. And that's why, if you look around your house, you probably have, I'm not saying all of you, because I don't know how you live your life, and that's none of my business, but if I look around my house, I'm constantly getting rid of stuff, because it's probably something I attracted into my experience at a particular time of my life when I wanted it, but it's no longer applicable because I've outgrown it. So it doesn't make sense for me to hold on to it anymore. Same with everything else. Same with a job, a living circumstance, relationship, friendships, things that you've invested in. Sometimes the investment is, you know what I mean? It's surpassed its role in your life, and it's time to let go. So just remember, when you go through the world, it's all about, everything is energy, everything is about magnetism. You can attract or detract things from your life based on what you want. And that's why it's important to be really clear about what you want. What do you want? What do you want to experience in this life? What do you want to attract in your life? You know what I mean? It's kind of like on that game. Like, oh, I definitely made videos on this before. But yeah, that game Punch Bug, and you and your friend are like focusing on VW bugs, right? You're more apt to see them because you're focusing on that. Same with life. What are you focusing on? You're focusing on lack. You're focusing on like debt. You're focusing on, oh man, I live paycheck to paycheck. Oh man, my friends are like one-sided, and people are always taking from me. I'm always lonely. Guess what? Because you're focusing on that. You're always lonely because you're focusing on that. And if you don't like it, then change it. But if you're in it and you don't like it and you're not changing it, then you have no one else to blame but yourself, really. You know what I mean? You have no one else to blame except yourself, because you are the magnet, and you also are the focal point, and you are ultimately the one that is focusing on what you want to experience. So if you look at your life now and you realize there's things in it that you just don't want anymore, you also have to be willing to let it go. If you're not willing to let it go, then it's just going to stay. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of... It's weird. It's like the simplest but hardest thing to do. I think because we're creatures of habit and we get so attached to certain things and we don't want it to change, but life is change. So you just have to change with the change, you know, and realize that not everything or everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. I think we've been conditioned to believe that. You know I was for a long time. Like, I was conditioned to believe that, you know, I don't know, like my friends from elementary or even high school were supposed to be my lifelong friends, and that is far from the truth. Not because I didn't want it, but, well, obviously I wanted it because I wanted to change with the change and not get stuck in place. So subconsciously, I probably didn't really want to be attached to anyone or anything. And so here I am today, and I'm just living each day. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then same with like your emotions. What do you want to focus on? You want to focus on being happy? Then you're going to attract and magnetize things that make you happy. And if you encounter something that doesn't make you happy, then you can also retract your participation from that. It's as easy as that, guys. And it's not like you're not causing harm. As long as you're not causing harm to yourself or others, your choices aren't causing harm to yourself or others. And that's paradoxical, because sometimes when you end a relationship or a friendship, somebody's feelings get hurt. It just depends on their level of maturity. But is anyone really getting hurt, or are you just progressing? I don't know. You want to be compassionate and considerate. It's like a really delicate balance, you know, especially when it comes to other people and their hearts and their feelings. But, you know, like I said, everything ultimately comes to an end. But it really doesn't, because we're all connected. So like I said, it's really paradoxical. And once you like embrace the two extremes, you get a real clear picture of what this is all about. It is and it is not, and it was and it was not. You know what I mean? It's everything. It's not just one or the other. You need to stop like fighting to prove a point and just realize that all points are valid. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. I have no idea if it made sense, but I hope you're having a beautiful day. And remember, you're a magnet, and you get to attract what you focus on a subconscious and conscious level. So that's why it's important to know yourself, understand yourself, penetrate into deeper layers and regions of yourself, you know, so you can get really clear on what you want and what you don't want, and proceed from there. All right, blessings to one and all. Amen.